I didn't see anything. I think I did, and I think you just crossed my tracks. This is like perfect way for you to get killed, mate. Please do not do that again. Please. Have a 300 kilometer an hour train coming through here. It's not going to end well for anyone. Well, hello, Bob Dendry here, and welcome back to the channel. We're here today playing Transport Fever 2, and it's going to be an exciting day. I think we're going to be beefing up our coastal line with some freight services. Obviously, we're going to have to deal with the challenges of balancing those with our high-speed passenger lines, but I think it will be good, and I'm excited to see what we can do from here. Happy Wednesday to everyone out there. It's, well, I'm recording this on a Tuesday, actually quite late doing the recording this week, and that is because we got out of lockdown here in Sydney on Monday, so it was really fun to get out and just have a little dinner out with my fiance at Grilled, and then when we got home, my fiance then fell in a ditch, so we needed to clean her muddy jeans. So that's why I didn't record last night, and hence why things are a little bit rushed this week. But she's all fine, so no issues there. And let's get started on this build. So, first things first, what we're going to be aiming to do is get this goods factory over here at Carterton running. So for that we need plastic and we need metals, and we've got pretty much everything we need fairly convenient to the rail lines. So we have, obviously we've got a number of oil wells here that are producing way too much oil, so we can still tap into those and feed them into our oil refinery over here at South Shields. From there we can then use our chemical plant at South Shields as well to produce some plastics, which is going to be nice and easy to move over to our goods factory. And for our steel, we've got a steel mill here at Norton-on-Derwent, and we've got coal mines, a number of iron ore mines, so it will, and we've got a number of coal mines just across the river here as well. So everything is going to be pretty quick, I think, in this episode to get up and running, but I think the challenge we're going to have is actually balancing out the freight trains that are going to be using the line, which are obviously going to severely slow down our ice train set that we're running. Let's have a look at that line though, first of all. The game hasn't run much between the episodes, so pretty much we're just picking up where we left off yesterday, or last week I should say. And we're still not making any profit at all. We're deep in the red, but that's alright. We'll keep an eye on that, and we'll check on it a little later into the episode. Okay, so let's get started with our feeders for our chemical plant. And I'm wondering if it's going to be better for us to just run this as a truck service. I don't know if it's going to be worth running this as a rail line. It's going to be, running across two different lines here. So I'm thinking just going to be a truck service. Keep it simple. But obviously we've got so much traffic in South Shields, and I wonder why. I don't know how traffic works in this game, I'm going to be upfront and honest. But I suppose South Shields is actually, it's a pretty big town, 776 people. If we compare that to Dulverton, 740, it's actually a larger town than Dulverton now. And what about Huddersfield? Okay, well, I mean, Huddersfield's our capital city, let's be honest, so that's fine. But yeah, South Shields has gone big, and it's because we've been feeding in fuel and food, I guess. So that's fine though. Let's get things set up so we can get our truck service running. And I think we might just take a little shortcut, possibly here. and join back up with our road there rather than having to go through the city. That should keep things a little bit quicker. Okay, yeah, a little bit ugly, it's okay. And we've actually helped out the town a little bit as well. We're seeing some of these vehicles are actually coming via our new country road as well. So thanks us later, South Shields. Thank us later. We're just doing this for your own good. And over here, so what should we do? Should we use... I think we're probably going to use our existing oil well here, and we'll see how that works out. And if need be, we can use, you know, our unused well or our other used well as well. I'm using the word well and also using the word using a lot. So I apologize for that if it was a bit weird. Okay, so let's get down a truck station here. And let us set up a line. Well, the last 5 years or so. So let's try 4. And get them assigned to our oil line. Nope, that's what I do. I've forgotten how to play the game for some reason. Okay, so we should see these semi-trailers coming out of the depot now. Excellent. Okay, and while our oil trucks are off to collect some crude oil, how are we going to get the stuff over to our chemical plant? And I'm thinking we're just going to run a road again, and we might sort of do a little bit of a bypass over this mountain / hill, so our trucks don't need to drive through South Shields again. And I think the community would actually be reasonably happy with that, because I don't think they'd be that happy with all this truck traffic going straight through their city. Okay. Next up. Let's get a truck station down. So what does increasing the length and stuff do? Oh, okay. That's cool. In fact, we might just make this a little bit bigger as well, because it's going to have trucks like sitting and waiting and stuff for the chemical or the plastics to be produced. Alright, so we'll quickly set up a line for that as well. But while that is working, we can actually start to look at getting the steel mill set up. So we're going to have the steel mill on this side of, have the station on this side of the steel mill, I should say. So we'll have to put down a quick road there. We're just going to use a country road as we've been using before. Nice long one. We'll replace that just to get it a little bit closer to the mill. Okay. And then we're going to want some large stations, I think. Because this facility is going to be serviced by actually quite a few different feeders, and it will probably be producing quite a bit of stuff to output. So we're going to go with a very large station with a lot of platforms. Let's have a look. So we're aiming to have 2 iron ores and 2 steels definitely coming in. And I don't know if we want to plan for the future, and potentially we do. So we're going to put on 7 platforms here, I think, which is a little bit crazy. In fact, oh, look at that. That is so close to our running lines. but it's actually pretty cool. Big fan. It's a 320 meter long platform as well, so we should be absolutely fine for whatever we're going to throw at this station. Okay. We've unlocked a new bus, which is awesome. I think we do have some buses that will need replacing soon. But once again, the issue we have, as we've had through most of this build, is getting train lines down hills. And potentially what we might actually look at doing is running a separate line for our freight coming up the hill, because most of them are going to be fully laden, so they're going to be heavy, they're going to be slow, and they're going to impact the service of our passenger lines. So I think it makes sense to actually have double sort of running lines up here, or really quadruple. It should be quadruplicated, I think, anyway. I don't know, maybe I'm wasting money, but I'm trying to help out the passengers, you know. So we're going to quickly do some work here, and we'll see how we end up. Okay, and that ended up actually pretty simple to get that down and in line with our high-speed tracks, which is good. I was actually expecting it to be a little bit more difficult than that. But we are now going to have to, run all of these other tracks and have those all joining in, which may be a little bit trickier. So what I'm trying to do first of all is just to get them all nice and lined up with a little bit of parallel, so we can sort of build nice, easy crossovers. Alright, and from there we're going to start crossing the tracks over. That's not what I wanted to do, actually. Didn't want that bit. Does this make sense? I don't know if it does in the real world. But, I mean, hopefully it does. I suppose this could be sort of a bit of a yardy sort of thing as well. So, yeah, I guess it's fine. And we'll just need one more, and then we'll just need a little diamond as well. So now we're out of the limits of the yard, shall we say? And we'll run parallel to our high-speed tracks until we reach the bottom of the hill, probably, and then they'll join back up to flow through Cheltenham and beyond. I do really like the look of the overheads that are across like 3 or more tracks, where you get these like gantries. I think they look pretty cool. And we'll probably expect to have our train from this coal mine slotting in sort of here-ish. So this probably makes sense for us to switch over to our main line here. And as you can see, we are not allowing interaction between our between the lines that are flowing in opposite directions. So this line here only connects to this line here, and same with these 2 lines as well. Okay, we just need to I'll just start with a quick and dirty set of signals here. at a minimum, just so we've got that that separation. Should we start to run trains on this line here and I forget to signal. So at least we got that protection there. Alrighty. Will that work? It's just too far away, isn't it? What if we run a shorter? Will this work? I really don't reckon they're close enough, are they? Oh no, okay. Okay, that works. It's a shorter platform, which is a bit crap, but it'll have to do. Otherwise we're going to be, you know, well and truly up shit creek. Okay. Oh. Will it get through that gap there? It will. Okay. Nice. Okay. Whew. Okay. So what are we going to do here? I might just quickly pull down these signals that I literally just laid out. And all right. Yeah. That's interesting. But hopefully it'll work. No, not hopefully. I'm confident that it'll work. I have confidence. Okay. So we're all good for the coal mine. We also need our iron ore mine to flow through as well. And I don't know why I didn't realize that it's so close to one another here. So we could pretty much almost run these on their own set of tracks, but it's a little bit late for that. So we're going to pretty much just do the same thing here. We've got a 240 meter platform that I think we'll probably be using. Because it's not going to be a room for 320 again. There would be actually, but it doesn't really make a heap of sense for us to have 240 here and 320 here, because I think that it's 1-to-1. Yeah, it is. So it doesn't make sense for us to put more iron ore in than coal. So we can use 320 meters for our other feeders, but these ones will both use as 240. No issues there whatsoever. We've just got a nice little crossover there. Might fix it up with a few more signals, actually. It's signaled fairly well, actually, but we will just put a signal there. Nope. What am I doing? My apologies. As I've explained a couple of times, sometimes I forget how right side traffic works. And we've got this bloody moose or deer or something. I didn't see anything. I think I did, and I think you just crossed my tracks. This is like perfect way for you to get killed, mate. Please do not do that again. Please. Have a 300 kilometer an hour train coming through here. It's not going to end well for anyone. Anyway. Okay. So we're good to now get some trains running on the line. And we probably will put down our own train depot that will be just for sort of these two, or really all of our industrial trains that are running on this line, because it's not really going to, like with how the line's set up, it's probably not going to work with anything else. Alright, and we need to place down a train depot to service our freight trains somewhere probably nice and out of the way, so it once again doesn't interfere with our high-speed passenger. And I think putting it alongside our running lines here is probably going to be fine and good. So we're going to do that. No. What is that? Hate it. Much better. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to quickly get signals down on this stretch of track, and then we should be all good to go. Alright, so we're going to get our trains for our coal mine and our iron ore mine purchased. It's been a while since we've bought freight trains, I think. So let's have a look and see. Yes, but we've still got these Series 104.2s that we're using, actually, I remember. Which are quite old now. They're, what? So they're from 1960. One thing I don't like about this set, or this train set, I'm not sure if the US set is the same, is that the trains you get, it's very few and far between when you get new trains being released. So I'm not sure if that's just how the game is, or if it's specific to this set. 244 meters is fine. So let's buy one, and then what we'll do is we will copy it as well. So we've got 2 copies of it. And I'm just going to quickly lay down our lines, and then we'll get those trains running. And from there, what we're going to do, we'll go to our depot and just put one of these on each. So that one is on the coal line, and that one is on the iron ore. So we can let those run for a little bit, get all running, and start making us some money. And then, well, what we need to do actually is check on our plastics line and see if we're starting to get some oil, or if we need to potentially... No, still not getting much oil. Okay, look, what we'll do instead, we will actually switch over to using this oil well here. So it'll be a dedicated oil well that is just for the South Shields oil refinery. And it's probably what we should have done to start with, to be honest. And let's see how the journey there is going to be. It's going to be, yeah, we're going to be going sort of all through the city, so we might, just thinking how we can make that work. Alright, what we might do is build a bridge here. Nice straight across bridge. None of the above. Just a flat bridge, please. Straight back down. And then it will join up there. It's not too bad. I still have to do a little bit of travel through the city, but it's not as bad as having to go all the way around. Now, all we need to do is to get our line. Change it to South Shields West, and then just delete that. So now, some of our trucks are probably very confused. They're like, oh, what are we doing over here? And we'll just delete that that truck station there. So hopefully this will allow us, yeah, so we can see already we've got oil starting to build up there, so that is great. So as we just saw our ice run through our flying junction and then on towards Carterton, we can see that it is starting to make a profit, which is excellent. So we've got $1.2 million profit. I may have just lost my mind, but I'm sure that profit just went up while it's running and not doing anything. So perhaps maybe some passengers had switched onto another line or something like that and had just reached their final destination, but I'm not sure if it works that way. But that's good, that's good. I wasn't actually sure we'd make a profit with this. It was possibly, you know, I was thinking in my mind it was going to be a little vanity project running a very high-speed train on a brand new line. But if we look at the line itself, so Bakewell has, it's got a few passengers, not a massive amount. I suspect though Lyme Regis might have a few that are wanting to use the line. Yeah, 116. Once again, it's not like a massive ground-breaking amount of passengers, but I suppose it's enough to support a single train running. So if it continues to grow, we might even have the opportunity to run a second train on the line. But let us see. And so we've got our first delivery of oil. Very slowly making its way to South Shields North. So that means that we can run the next stage of our production line and get some trucks running to the chemical plant. So no better time than now to do that. And we'll get 4. Probably we'll stay with 4. Actually, let's do the smart thing here and look at production yields. So 2. Crude oil, make 1 oil. And our oil wells are well and truly overloaded. So what we're going to do here, we're going to buy 8 of these, if we can afford it. Not 81, that would be ridiculous. So we're going to buy 8. And what I will do is we will put 4 on our crude oil line and then 4 on line 5. Okay, so once again we can let that run for a little bit and see how we go. While it's running, we'll probably go over road again and just connect the goods factory directly to the chemical plant. There's a country road, right? Yeah, perfect. And we'll just get a nice... Doesn't need a tunnel. It's not that sort of road. Oof. And we've just gone into the red for a little bit. I'm sure that'll fix itself up momentarily, as it has. And we'll get not 9. Don't know how we got there. Let's get 4 once we have the money, so we can start that loading on as well. Alrighty, now that we've got the plastic leg of our goods tree all, pretty much functioning and good to go. Next thing we need to be looking at doing is getting our steel over from our steel plant at Norton, I should say, sorry, and get it over to our goods factory at Carterton. Just looking... God, I just love the models in this game. I think pretty much everything in this game looks fantastic. Sometimes the game doesn't run the best, but 3D models, texturing, I think is really good, and I love it. Anyway, just waiting for some money to come in so we can actually do stuff. But what we'll do is we'll just run a road over to the other side so we can run our platform off that road. And we'll go for a full 320 length platform here. And we'll chuck onto tracks. At this stage, I have no plans to use a second track, but it will, you know, help us out should we want to integrate some more supply chains into this this platform here, or this station here. So we can get these connected, hopefully pretty much straight onto our existing track without too much effort. And we'll just need to just replace some of these signals. Perfect. We'll just get some new signals down. Bish bash bosh, that is sorted. Okay. So with that in place, all we need to do is get some trains running on that line. Just realised that I bought trucks to carry our plastic and I didn't assign them to a line, so they're just sitting in the depot. Just sitting here being like, dude, you know, what are we doing here? You've bought new trucks and hired new workers and we're just sitting on our asses all day. Solved. Okay. Okay, so we've got our new line laid down for our steel. And once again, we're going to go with the Series 1042. In fact, I'm actually going to use 2 locomotives, I think. And the reason for that is we are going to be running a full 320 meter long train, and it's going to be running on our main line for an extended period of time. So it's important to have that power, so it's not, you know, crawling its way along the main line. Okay, and it is exactly on 320 meters. Fantastic. Nowhere near enough money, so please hold, and we will return to you when we have cash. Well, it just so happens that fate has taken us down a different path here. So while I was sitting waiting for the money to build up for us to build our steel train, we have unlocked some new locomotives, one of which is being the BR185. It can run, and I always look at this now after I got told, well, not really told off, but someone told me on Reddit that I was using famous passenger locomotives for freight. I always have a quick check, and BR185 was used for both freight and passenger, so we are absolutely all good to use it, and we are going to. So if we have a look at the 1042, a lot less tractive effort, well, not a lot less, but a little bit less, but a lot less power. So I think we will actually be good to run this with a single locomotive. Let's have a look and see what it looks like it's going to be like anyway. And we also have new flat cars as well, which can run up to 160 k's an hour. So that's going to be good because we will not be holding up the line as much as we're going through. So let's have a look and see if we take it up to 320. How's it going to look? It says good, and what's that going to mean? So it means we are going to be pretty good here. We'll be able to run at top speed most of the time, so that's fine. We almost have enough money to buy it, so we'll just sit tight for a couple of months and then we'll get it purchased and running. Alrighty, and we've got the cash in hand, so let's get our new train purchased, and we will assign it to the Norton to Carteron Steel. Awesome. Okay. Alrighty, and our new steel train is just arriving for its first load at our steel mill, which is excellent. And I just noticed something while I was recording that is really cool, and it's that the line name of the train is actually written on the destination board of the locomotive, which doesn't really make sense for a freight train, but regardless, it's another one of those really cool little details, same as having the station name on these little signs here. And I know some people, you know, don't like some choices, and perhaps there's some bugs and some stuff that could be better in these games, but I think the little details really show that the developers really did, you know, were really, I guess, passionate about the piece of work they were putting together. So I think that's excellent. Now there's just one last leg of our little industry tree here, and that is to get some goods from our goods factory into Carterton. So we'll need to get down and unloading just a truck stop. I think we won't need much else. Just here. That covers everything that requires goods. So we can just lay a quick line down and, yeah, get everything flowing and good to go. Perfect, so I've just laid the line down and gotten 4 of our semi-trailers running on it. It'll be a little while before we get steel from Norton, so they will be sitting idle for a little bit, but I don't think it'll affect our financials too much. But yeah, this is looking really exciting, this new industrial usage we've added onto the coastal line. The new trains, the new road vehicles we've just unlocked all look pretty cool. But that is going to be about it for this episode. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's been, I think it will probably end up a bit of a longer one, just based off me sitting here and just sort of feeling out what's happening, because most of the time I've been recording here, we've been doing stuff that actually needed to be in the episode. So if it's a bit longer, I hope that's okay. Let me know in the comments if it is a bit longer. Are you happy with it? Are you not? I'm once again willing to take any feedback on board. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. I've got my social media links in the description of every video. If you're enjoying my content, please get on there, like, subscribe, follow, all of that. And if you're, perhaps are wanting to support the channel, look out for a video I'm going to be putting out on Friday. It is about future of what I'm doing with YouTube and how you can get a little bit more involved in directly supporting my content. So look out for that one. I'll see you next week for the next Transport Fever video, but until then, my name's Bob Dendry, this is Transport Fever 2. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.